Hello, guys. Hello, New England Endler. How are you? Happy Monday. Hey, David. It's a little bit of a undertaking to go live. Hey, average girl, because I have my laptop that I'm using StreamYard is over here. I'm basically on my panel on my phone, because my laptop is really loud. So it's over here so we don't hear it, because if I try and go live from that and it makes noises, then I sound robotic. So it doesn't work. So New England Endler, happy Monday. David Barry, hello. Average Girl, Eric, Vanessa. Oh, thank you, David. Yeah, I'm going to try and do this a little more often because I've missed everybody too. Average Girl, I know you wanted to see a picture of the baby rat. And since I did that video, I still uploaded it last night, but I uploaded it already having a second one. I brought home the second smallest one yesterday as well. She is the cutest little thing. I can't remember what Ian named her, but now they're snuggle buddies. So I think that's going to be helpful too, to have a snuggle buddy. Hey, Dirt Rider. So I'm going to see, I just gave them new formula. I haven't shown them yet. Well, besides in the video, the first one, but the second one hasn't been seen yet. But yeah, I just gave them new formula. So like this is like leftovers of what fit in the other bowl. But I'm going to take that out right now because I don't want it to spill. Well, because right now they're kind of hiding. Here's some solid food too. But they are super, super tiny. Basically, Takeo is about the size of one of my largest mice. So there she is. Hey, 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 where are you going? Hey, babe. So here's Takeo, guys. She just pooped. She's got very thin hair. Trying to. She's super tiny. She's a little nervous. Here we go. I gotta get the poop off my hand. And then her little snuggle buddy, let me just get the poop off my hand first. Hey, Maple Street. All right, get the poop off of me. And then her snuggle buddy, I think, is sleeping because she's not coming out. Where's the snuggle buddy? All right, I can't remember. She's really super small too. Look, I love the blaze on her head, but she's got a full body of hair and she's maybe a smidgen bigger than Takeo is, but she's still super tiny. She's got the cutest little baby face. So they're drinking the formula and they're still eating some solids, but they're still drinking the formula and yeah, they're snuggling. Bless you. Snuggling together. Yeah, she's adorable. And unlike Moo, who has the full black head, Moo also has a stripe down her back. She doesn't. She has she's white everywhere else except for her head, and then she's got that white blaze. She's super, super cute. Bless you, bless you. So, Yep, they snuggle together, and let me put the food back in here. Hey, Chris, how are you? Got my computer cell. All right, so they're just in our carrier for right now, because they don't need a ton of space, because they're basically just utilizing underneath the fleece. They just hide underneath the fleece and snuggle together. So right now they wouldn't even use all of the space if we provided them more. Trying to put this back in so that it doesn't spill. Where am I going to put it, guys? There we go. There we go. So yeah, super, super cute. You want to see the bird? I'd have to convince him to come out. He just woke up, so he's not going to be very, he's not active right now. He woke up just a little bit ago. Your dress is done. Oh, awesome. Let me see if I can convince him to come to me. Be right back. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, baby. Want to see you. He's thinking about it. Oh, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, boy, Remy. Oh, here we go. All right, I got him. I got him. All right. There he is. All right, I might take this off because I'm getting a little bit warm. The sleeves were handy for not getting nibbled too hard. Can I move my hair so you don't poop on it? That would be wonderful. Might have to remove my earrings because he'll decide that he wants to eat them. Would you like to say hello? Would you like to say hello? Oh, was Maple Street you, Vanessa? Got my coffee. So how has everybody been? I've missed everybody. I usually only ended up in somebody else's stream. Oh, it was? Gotcha, gotcha. I should grab his plastic links. He's got plastic chain links. He loves those things. Budgie's rule. Thank you. He's a good boy. A little temperamental sometimes. Yeah, he's going to chew on my earring. You are not going to eat my earring. I think he did eat my earring. You got to give that to me. He took the pearl right off. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I got to fix my earring. Give me a second, guys. That is not food. Not food. Gotta give me back my pearl. Dude, you cannot pass a pearl if you eat it. Come on. I should have taken my earring off. All right. Remy, not cool. Come on. Give it to me. Give me the pearl. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. I want it back. Give it to me. Come on. Give me the dang pearl. Sorry, guys. I just got to rescue my pearl. Trying to convince him to give it to me. Want this? You gotta give me the pearl first. Come on. Drop it. Gotta give me the pearl. Ugh. Emergency, emergency. Sorry, guys. I didn't think that the pearl would come right off the earring. All right. You gotta give me the dang thing. Thank you. All right. We got it back. All right, here. Here. Have a sunflower seed. Lord have mercy. At least he couldn't destroy the pearl, but I didn't want him to swallow it. All right, crisis averted. I got my pearl back. Lord of mercy. Okay. He is a brat. All right, I'm taking out the other one. Whew, whew, whew. Okay, and I'll have to glue my pearl back on. It's a real pearl. Ow! I'm having difficulties. Okay. It is a real pearl, and I made the earrings with it. But yeah, I removed it. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, what a brat. I got it back. I'm just going to have to glue it back on. He was just holding it in his mouth and like nibbling on it. But he took it right off the base. So I'm going to have to glue it back. Little brat. Huh? And he got mad at me because I like put my hoodie back on so I can like hold him so he doesn't bite me. If he bites my hoodie, it doesn't hurt. But he was starting to go, rah, rah, and those are angry noises. But you're a brat. All right, crisis averted. And then I will just have to fix my earring later. While I was up over there, I should have got your links, your plastic links, right? Huh? You little brat. So, back to what I was asking originally. How are you? Huh? He is nibbling on my strap. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? Crazy. He can be a brat. He definitely can be a brat, right? You're a brat? Are you a brat? Yes, I am. Oh, stop. You're going to put a hole in my shirt. Let me get his chains. Come here. Let's get your chains. Oh, don't get angry. Come here. Look what I got. I got chains. I got these off of Amazon, and there are like 400 links. So he's got like a bunch of them strung out in his cage. And I've still got all of these. Don't I? Yeah, you like those. You like those. Huh? Yeah, play with those. That's still my strap. Don't play with my strap. Play with your chain. All right. Everybody got quiet. Everybody got quiet because I had to rescue my pearl. Yes? Hey. Hey. Yeah. You like that? All right. He also really likes to listen to other birds squawking. I found a video of a different Quaker parrot, and she actually has other birds in the background, and they're squawking while she's talking about her Quaker, and he responds to all of the birds that are squawking. I could probably play it very quietly so that he can hear them, but it's not necessarily going to be like big on let me see. What are you doing? Do you want to listen? Hi, are you going to clean out my ear? Here, let's do you hear that? Do you hear the birds? He's going to start answering. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? And he likes to watch videos of other birds. Don't eat my phone. There we go. He's getting excited. There's a bird. That was kind of funny. I don't know. I would worry that he'd get an obstruction if he swallowed that. He's nibbling on my ear. Do you hear that? Is there a birdie? Yeah. Do you see the birdie? Say hi. Yeah. You say hi. Say hi. Say hello. Hello, birdie. You say hello. He looks like you. Yes. He kisses the phone. He's gonna pause the video. Yeah. He's so happy. The birdie there? Yeah. Say hello, birdie. He's funny. He's definitely funny. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does. It makes him happy. He likes to look at himself and he likes to hear other birds. So he looks like he's looking at himself because the bird on here looks exactly like him. Is that you? It's not quite you, but oh, thank you. Thank you. It does. He gets excited. You get excited, don't you? Oh, back to my ear. Who needs to clean out their own ears? He does it for me. Now I want a bird. They do take a lot of, well, not a lot of work as in maintenance, but a lot of attention. A lot of attention. You got to pay a lot of attention or they can get lonely and loud and right? He'll start squawking if he wants attention. Don't you? And then poor Brinley has to go into her kennel because she can't be out when he is. Right? She has to get put up for you. Yes. Yes. Lovebirds are cool. My aunt used to have lovebirds. She had hand-fed babies. Her pair that she originally got were not hand-tamed. So if they were to bite you, it would be excruciating. But the nice thing was they were kind of scared. So if you had to put your hand in the cage, ow, they would stay away from you. They had babies and she hand fed the babies and they were super, super sweet till they got older at least. And then they were not scared of your hands. If you put your hands in the cage, they came up and they would bite. And I'm like, you guys are supposed to be friendly. You were hand fed, but so when I took care of her birds when she went out of town, I had to wear like a gardening glove to go and put my hand in because they bit pretty hard. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, but my aunt had the green lovebird she had was the male, and then she had a yellow one, I believe, that was the female. And then the babies were all yellow with peach faces. What are we doing? All I hear is because he's right in my ear. I forgot that the video was over. But yeah, he loves listening to other birdies, watching himself. If I record him and play it back, he kisses the phone and ends up pausing the video. You like your chain? Yes. My aunt had many birds when I was a teenager. I think she had about 40 birds when it was all said and done. She had a parrot. I've never seen them around since she had them, but it was, unless it has a different name, it was a green bird. It was a little bit bigger than him. He was a dark green, red cheeks, and they called him a kakariki. I've never seen them since, unless they're out there and they go by a different name now. I don't know. He talked all the time. Hi. He talked all the time. So she had him. His name was Barney, and he learned how to say, "It's supper time, Barney," and he'd flutter down the hall. She had lovebirds. She had canaries, finches, quail, like little pet quail, not the wild quail. Like these quail were like tiny little things, and they just ran around on the bottom of the cage, and they were so sweet. He's very intent on my ear. But yeah, she had this huge flight cage for the canaries and the finches. They shared a cage. And then the quail, she had a male and female, and they would run around on the bottom. You had a macaw? Oh my gosh. Yes. Hello, Harry. Yes, it is a Quaker. And I had to take my earrings out because this one is still intact. But the one that's on his side, he grabbed it and almost swallowed my pearl. So I had to rescue my pearl. Because you're a brat. Are you a brat? Yeah. Are you a brat? Mm-hmm. You used to have 4 parrots? The only other thing I've had before him was years ago before my son was born, and my son is going to be 18 this year. But before he was born, I had a couple of parakeets. My couple of my aunts had parakeets that lived for quite a while, and they talked all the time. What are you doing? His name was Bobo. He was always talking and singing. Aw, I hear him practicing talking every now and again. I'll have to check the back of my shoulders to see if he's pooped. I hear him practicing. The only thing I understand at this point is when he says step up. Step up. And when he barks. And because he'll bark. And but I've heard him saying other things, and I've just, what are you eating? What's in my hair? Probably pieces of the sunflower seed I gave him. But I've heard him practicing when he's just kind of doing his own thing. He'll say some things, but I can't make out quite what they are yet. You gotta leave, average girl. Male parakeets definitely talk. They could definitely, one of my aunts, when my cousin was younger and they would call her for dinner and, stuff like that, he started saying, "It's supper time, Laura. It's supper time, Laura. Laura, come here." Because that's what he always heard. Females don't tend to talk, the female parakeets, but where are you going? There you go. The other shoulder? Hi. Hi. Is it time to clean out my other ear? Is that what it is? Huh? We're going to clean out my other ear? Oh, yeah, it's time to clean out my other ear. Job is done on the other side. Yeah, there's something, you put something in my hair. I just washed it. Ah. I'm afraid I should have put my hair up, because if he poops, my nice clean hair is going to go sweeping through it. Right? Hey. You are a silly bird. You know that? Here's your, look at, oh, you want those? Look. He wants my fingers. It's funny because he's very gentle with my face. But if I put my fingers in front of his face, he bites harder. He's a turd. Mm-hmm. You like your chain? Yeah. All right, Harry, thanks for coming in. Have a good day. There was a person, she's got a macaw. He's a blue and yellow macaw. He's huge. And she's brought him into work from time to time. She lucked out because they're extremely expensive. And she lucked out and got him from the animal shelter for $50. He's 25 years old. Or at least she said that's how old he was when she got him. And I think she's had him a couple of years now. And he doesn't like anybody except her. Watch what you're chewing on. But he talks all the time. He says Babaloo, and he dances, and right? And there's some other things. He was getting pretty loud when she had brought him into work. when she was talking to other people other than him. Apparently, he hates her husband. But birds tend to pick a person to bond with. So since he's my bird, because my husband said that he was my Christmas present, since he's my bird, he better bond with me. Ah! That startled me a bit. Yeah. Who else have we got here? Who else is here? We got Vanessa in here. Average Girl left. Harry left. Oh, my goodness. Just watch my eye. So yeah, now you can hang out with me and do live streams, huh? Yeah? You can say, good morning, everybody. No? Doing housework. I got to do some too, and I've been putting it off. I've actually got water changes to do, and right? Yes. Are you a good boy? Are you a good boy? Oh, thank you. Snails are still doing well, Vanessa. They are still doing well. I can't find the ram's horn. He's harder to find. He hides easy. You don't need coffee. Let's see. Probably won't be on a ton longer. I just, my live streams don't have to be extremely long anymore. But definitely like to make an appearance just to say hey to people. Right. Yeah. Ooh. You're redoing some tanks. Moving. Oh. Lucky you don't have to do water changes. I got to do water change on, well, our big tanks that my husband takes care of. He did water changes on Sunday, yesterday. He water changed those, but the goldfish and the betas all need water changes, and that's my responsibility. Mine. Hello. What a good boy. What a good boy. Yes. Apparently, my Pac-Man frog, he got crickets yesterday, and apparently they have not all been eaten because I just heard one of the crickets chirping. Oh, you got bluegills. Nice. Did you add to your number of tanks, or are they just, you made room with what you already had? $27. I can't believe you've got 27. Ah, they went into the 6-foot tank with the convicts. Gotcha. $27 tanks. Although you said that not all of them Only a few of them have get changed with buckets. Every one of ours gets changed with buckets. Ow! That was too hard. Watch how you're doing that. I don't need my ear pierced again. Six with buckets. That's still a lot. Do you do them usually when you're doing those ones? Do you do them all the same day or do you kind of space them out? Because I'd be like, oh, I gotta do all of these with buckets and I don't wanna. That's what I say when I don't want to do 3. All the same day. Ugh. Yeah, probably a bit later today I will do my water changes. Spot clean the hamster. What you doing? Ow! Be nice. Can't believe you destroyed my earring and I gotta put it back together. I'm gonna have to find my good glue. My strong glue. Well, that just shows you. I mean, those pearls are on there pretty good, and all it took was his beak to like pry it off. He did the piggies yesterday. I miss my piggy so much. I'm so disappointed. Are you having fun? Oh, he's really trying to get in there. Bumble passed away New Year's Eve. I had made, since he got his bonus, and we got him, I made a vet appointment for him so he can have his surgery, and he didn't make it to the surgery. So, yeah, I was really, really upset. Yeah, he passed away. And I wasn't feeling well either. I spent New Year's Eve sick. So then I spent New Year's Eve sick and upset. And then just have been, yeah, he had a couple rounds of antibiotics. He had medicated foot soaks. They were telling me what I could do for him until he could have the surgery. So I did everything that they were saying. And then when we finally had the money to do the surgery, I made the appointment and yeah. It took me probably till a day or two after I got the hamster is how long it took me to even tear down his cage. I had just left it there, but then I tore down the cage a week ago. I tore down the cage a week ago. So a week after he passed, I tore down the cage, and yep. And I got this huge cage with no guinea pig in it. He was happy. Even a few days before he passed, he was on the couch with me nibbling on a cucumber. I actually put that clip of the video in my little tribute video. I put a tribute video up for him. Some pictures of him and his video, and even now when I watch it, I cry because I love that little guy. Yes. Oh, no, you're fine. Yep, I was not. And then, of course, at the time, nobody was home. So I was like, ooh, sent a text to my husband and I was like, ah! So it's a bummer. And I don't know, like, the vet had, when I had said, do you have any idea how old he might be? And she said he's over a year old. And I'm like, well, I knew that much. I talked to somebody at work who took them when they were surrendered, because it was him and one other one. And from what it sounds like, they were probably he was probably getting close to being a senior. He was about 5 or 6 according to the information that the people gave. I'm actually considering how, although he was a little bit older when they got him. So I was going to say, you know, I'm surprised he made it that long being neglected by them, but they didn't have them their entire lives. So he was getting older then, and hey. But yeah. It's just a bummer because I loved him. Oh, I wish he could have at least made it to the surgery, and then maybe, although I would have been really upset if we spent all the money on the surgery and then he still passed away. That would have killed me. So I'm kind of glad that he, at least it happened before we spent the money on the surgery, but I was really hoping that he could have the surgery and then just be a nice healthy guinea pig that, you know. Yeah, he's a pretty cool bird. He was still expensive, but that's what the bonus was for. The bonus, we're pretty much wiped out of our bonus now because after getting him, we ended up having to get our SUV fixed, and that was about $1,300 to get that fixed. So between him and the car repair, and then we had gone to Chicago, and we went to the Field Museum, and we went out for dinner, and we had done medieval times. Pretty much wiped out our bonus, but that's what it was meant for. So, yep. And it had needed a repair for a little while, but it was still getting from point A to point B. But it was starting to make really loud noises. Like when you'd accelerate, it would sound like it was about to lift off. So it got all fixed. It sounds wonderful now. Running like a dream. Ow! Be gentle. Your ear's going to be all red. Ah! Excuse me. My husband did want to use some of it to get a gun. We haven't had a gun. He wanted to, you know, get a license, get his, you know, get a gun, you know, that kind of thing and gun safe and stuff like that for here. Although he didn't want me, he was like, he wanted me to get my own. But he's holding off on that now since we had to pay so much for the car. Be gentle. Good grief. Good grief. Dishes are done. I think I've only got like 2 things in the sink. So I'm excited. If I do the dishes, it'll take me all of a second. Hey, you need to be gentle. My poor son, he's been upset. His girlfriend broke up with him a few days ago. Oh, close to a week ago now, I guess. Not quite. 4 days ago, something like that. He was so upset. Oh, you have a lifetime license? Yeah, I was like, so how much money are we looking at if you're looking for the gun and the ammo and the license and, all of that? I'm not familiar because I've never owned a gun. So he didn't. And he spent a few $100s on her. I was like, that just sucks. He said, he's being really, really big about it. He's like, I don't care about the money. And, then she's got Cade, the really colorful, pretty rat that we gave her. And I was like, you need to get him back. And he's like, it's okay. He's happy with her and she can have him. And he's being really nice about it. He didn't even get a gift from her. She claimed that the part that she had already got, she lost because she's got a 6-year-old sister. And then the other one didn't come in yet. So he never even got a gift from her. And he spent probably a couple $100s on her. So yeah, it's a bummer. They dated for about 6 months, but I was like, well, it happens to everybody at least once. I was like, if she couldn't appreciate, because he was really sweet to her. I was like, if she couldn't appreciate that about you, and there will be somebody who will. Yep. He had even bought them rings, like they were silicone rings, and they had the date that the date inscribed on them when they had started dating. He bought both of them one of those, and that was to get them. It was the good silicone, and getting them inscribed. They were like $40 a piece. So he's just in the 6 months that they were dating, he spent a good amount of money, on them together. The rings and her gift and all the times that we drove. She never drove out here to visit him. We were always driving out there. So he was giving us gas money to go to Michigan to see her. And yeah, I said, and it could be that part of it was that it was long distance. I mean, it was only an hour and a half, but when he didn't have his license and she doesn't have her license, it makes it harder. And hopefully he'll find someone local that they won't have to deal with that with. I'm like, long distance relationships are hard. I've done it. His dad was a long distance relationship, longer distance. And hey, we're not even together anymore. Are you about done with my ear? But yeah, he's being pretty good about, I mean, I could tell he's upset, but he's definitely being mature about it. I shared some of my own breakup stories. I'm like, it's okay to be upset. It's okay to be, it's going to take a while. I mean, I remember my first real relationship breakup. It was devastating. So, and who knows, maybe she'll start thinking, hey, I had a really good guy and I screwed that up. Maybe she'll want him back. Who knows? She was very sweet. But I think the two of them being the kind of people they are, I think the long distance was a factor. I had thought, wow, they were like two peas in a pod because he got his first rat and then he met her and she had 17. I was like, they're a match made in heaven. They both love rats. And he had just gone to see her. His dad took him to see her, I think, a couple of days before she broke up with him. I was like, oh. She basically, her reasoning was that she told him that she just didn't have any feelings for him anymore. She lost her feelings for him. And I'm like, I have a hard time wrapping my head around that. I'm like, he's such a sweet guy. How do you just lose your feelings out of nowhere? They didn't fight, nothing. She just, I don't know. Hey, Big Easy. How are you this morning? Still morning, right? Yeah. Half an hour more. Did you just poop? Did he poop? No, I don't see any poop. One time he pooped on my back and I didn't know, and I leaned back and then I was like smeared it, like I mashed it into my shirt and into the back of the couch. I was like, well, crap. Literally crap. Yes, no. Oh, you were you were saying no, he didn't poop on me. Hey, be nice. Back to my ear. That's true. I could put a drape a towel on me. That's a good idea. I was like, I need to have strictly a Remy shirt. Just a shirt for my that I put on when I plan on holding on to him. It's up. I posted it this morning. I'm gonna record some more. I have a few waiting in my phone. I like to have them pre-recorded so that they're ready to post, because I really hate if I don't have them recorded ahead of time and then I wake up in the morning and I don't have time to record one or whatever, and then they don't get put up. Like when I was sick, there was those few days where I didn't put any up because I hadn't pre-recorded any, and I was like, oh, I don't like this. So I'm trying to get many of them recorded in advance so that all I have to do in the morning is post. That's good you're not dead. We're happy about that. I need to have a towel just for you, huh? A Remy towel that we could drape on my shoulder? That's a good idea. It is. Yep. I can't remember exactly when I posted it. It was I usually put, when I wake up in the morning, that's one of the first things I do is post the an hour ago. Yeah, I posted about an hour ago. A hair clip, and yeah, I'll have to do that. That's a good idea. That's definitely a good idea, because yeah, if he poops on me while he's here, I can get it as much of it off as I can, but then I'll feel like I need to wash it. I don't want to reuse it with remnants of
Remy poop. Right?
He actually got his first taste of a hard-boiled egg. My husband was like, "Isn't that cannibalistic?" But they actually really like to eat boiled eggs. His favorite part was the yolk. He nibbled at the egg white part, but when I gave him a piece of the yolk, he really liked that.
Didn't you?
So my husband had boiled egg. He boils eggs every day. And then each dog gets an egg. They love that. It's like a tradition now. When he's in there boiling eggs, they're in there waiting for their egg. Brinley gets one. Bella gets one. He made me some the other day, and then I let him taste. He was like, "Ooh." His favorite treats are sunflower seeds, walnuts, and or almonds. And because I've got some treats over there, and there's like little almonds in there. He likes the almonds. Those are the first things he'll pick out. Almonds, sunflower seeds, those are his favorite things.
Right?
And I do have like a seed mix over there. It's what he was eating when he was at the store, but he can't be primarily a seed mix because he can get fatty liver disease. So I can mix a little bit of it in with his pellets, but I was like, what I need to do is just buy a bag of plain unsalted sunflower seeds, and he can have a blast. Like, those would be perfect treats for him. And some almonds. Some almonds. Hey, Jeff, how are you doing? You're a fan of... Hey, Jeff, have you heard of Warhammer? It's not a video game. It's more like a physical type characters and stuff like that. I just learned about it yesterday because my son had his work Secret Santa Christmas party yesterday. Kind of late, but that's what they planned it for. And the person that he had to buy for is a Warhammer fan. So we actually have a store local that I didn't even know about. I took him yesterday and he bought him a little character set. It's expensive though, because this set, the box was only like yay big and it was $50. They had a $20, suggested limit on their gifts for their Secret Santas, and he spent $50. I was like, boy, anybody you buy for loves you. But it's really interesting because the guy talked to us for a little bit, and I was like, the sets remind me of HeroClix, and my son used to play with HeroClix, and I actually have some of my own because was able to play with him. But they don't make HeroClix anymore. They're kind of non-existent now. And I'm like, so I spent all that money on my sets of HeroClix, and now we can't use them. But Warhammer is, I guess, kind of similar, but you actually paint your own characters. It's probably not a very cheap hobby. You can actually go into the store and you can buy the stuff that you need, but you can also go in there and you're meeting other people and you can't play one person. It is a 2 and up player thing. So it definitely gets you socializing with other people, and you can go right into that store and they've got tables set up and you can paint your characters and have little tournaments and stuff like that, which is really cool. Hey, Dee, how are you? I missed your live on Sunday. If I was paying attention, I could have actually been there because I didn't have to be at work until 3. They don't have me working the entire Sunday anymore because they hired somebody else. So she opened and then I worked and did the last bit. Oh, you're making isopod containers? That's cool. I want to still get some isopods. Unless am I thinking of the right thing? I don't even know. Isopods are the like the bugs, right? Like the little like roly-polies. Is that what that's what that is, right? I want me some roly-polies.
Hello. Say hello. Say hello. You were just gonna nibble on my face and give me kisses.
Oh, you've got zebras. Dairy. It's weird how they have like names like that. Like to some people, they're just going to be roly-polies or bugs. And we're like, oh, zebras and dairy cows and whatever else there is. It's pretty cool. Put them in as plants. But then would they get out? If you put them in like a potted plant, would they leave? Or are you not talking potted plants? I'd be afraid I'd put them in like my potted plant and they'd crawl out and go somewhere else. I bet they do. I think even the gray ones in the yard look pretty cute. But I definitely love the patterns I've seen on, because I've even looked on Amazon and I've seen the zebra ones and they're really cool. They're really cool. Oh, so they really wouldn't climb out then. They would stay where they can breathe. Hmm. They're basically shrimp, like land shrimp. That's, hey, I'm learning something. That's cool. That is cool.
Isn't that cool?
Huh.
Isn't that cool, Remy?
He's so quiet right now. Earlier, I played a little bit of a video with some birds chirping, and he was getting excited.
Weren't you? You were getting excited.
Whoops, I'm sorry. I'm like right in his face.
There's your chains. He likes these things. There's your chains. Yeah.
I've got so many links. Like, it was a package of 400 links. So he's got a bunch of them draped throughout his cage. And I've still got all of these.
We like these, don't we? Huh? Yes.
He'll just grab an end in his cage and shake it. And they don't make a ton of noise, so that's always good. I mean, he's got other toys in there that have got bells, but this doesn't make a ton of noise.
Right.
Meh, meh, meh. Meh, meh, meh. We got another Quaker at work now. It's blue. He's blue and beige, like, or gray. He's green and gray, kind of, which is the normal color. But then there's like, I want to say morph, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a morph. It's just like a different color, like they're blue. He's blue and he's really pretty. Same price. Blue is a little bit not as common, but I guess they're getting a little more common. So when in the breeding, so the store is charging the same price. It's the second blue one we've had at work. We had a blue one before we got him at work. We had the blue one, and then he came, and now we got another blue one. The blue is really pretty. Let me see if I can find you a picture. Usually when you look it up, green is the first thing that comes up. There's apparently a yellow one too. Because here's a picture of a green one and a yellow one. I'm trying to find the camera. So that's a green and yellow. I've never seen yellow. I'm looking for blue. Blue, blue, blue. Oh, so they're cute when they're little tiny babies. And he's still a baby. He's only 7 months old. Almost 8 months old, maybe. He hatched in May 21st. Here's a blue one. A blue one next to a green one. Ah. Oh, come on. Not really good quality there. We have there's a breeder in Kentucky. It would be about a 3-hour drive for us. And originally we had thought about going to her instead. The one that she had available was younger than him. He had hatched in October. Looked exactly like him. And he was going to be about $200 cheaper. But it was the last one that she had, and we didn't want to put a deposit down on him if we weren't going to get our bonus check and stuff like that, because whatever. So by then, we went with him. This one is a better picture of a blue one. It's just, there it is. Really pretty. But I'm glad that we know how old he is. I'm glad that whoever the store got him from, they provided that information, like when he hatched and stuff like that.
Right? Yes.
May 21st, I believe, is his birthday.
Yes. I'll have to make you a tiny little birthday hat. I don't know if it would stay on your head. Huh? Tiny little birthday hat? Yes.
I think he's getting used to being here now, and because when he first got here, he started plucking a little bit again. So he was a little bald in his neck area, but his feathers are growing back.
Right.
So I think he's getting a little more comfortable. He's getting used to Brinley trying to be right in his face. Yes, I think it would be really.
You're gonna be around for a long time? Are we gonna have like a 20-year birthday for you? Hmm?
because they can live. I've seen it say, I've seen websites say 15 to 20 years. I've also seen up to 30 years. But I guess it depends on, you know, the quality of their care. And, you know, obviously, you know, at the store, they were giving them a primarily seed diet, and that's not good. My research told me that a primary seed diet can cause fatty liver disease. So first thing that I did when I brought him home was get him pellets. And at first I kind of mixed a little bit. I put some seeds in with it, and he was selective eating. He was pulling all the seeds out. So then I was like, well, when you're hungry enough, you're going to eat. So I just put pellets in, and I use the seeds as treats. Hey, Crystal, how are you? I think Crystal's ears were ringing. We were talking about isopods earlier. Yes, it has been a while. I figured it was about time I started coming back occasionally. I've missed it.
Hello.
And now I've got a co-host.
Yes, got a co-host.
Yeah, we were talking about isopods. We were talking about the zebra ones, and Dee mentioned dairy cow ones. Mine won't eat pellets. They never had pellets when we got them. I look at the one. He's eating them. He drops a lot of them on the tray of the cage, but he is eating them. So I guess he figures, hey, if she's not going to give me my seeds, I'm hungry and I need to eat something.
Right. Right.
But I'll fish out things out of the bag of seeds, and you know, have him give him some treats. He likes almonds. Sunflower seeds and almonds are his favorite things. Those are the first things. If I give him a variety of different treats, he picks out the sunflower seeds and the almonds. Oh, you do have zebra ones now? I still gotta get some. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I gotta teach him some things. I was watching a YouTube video of a different Quaker, and she did a thing where he counts to 10, but he's not really counting to 10. She'll go 1 and he'll make a noise, and she'll say 2 and he'll make a noise. So he thinks he's counting. He thinks he's doing an awesome job, and he gets 10 and he gets all excited, and then he's like, what a good boy. It's so funny. That he thinks he's counting to 10. She was like, it sounds nothing like it, but he thinks he's doing it. He thinks he's doing awesome, and he gets super excited when he gets to the end and just celebrates. And it's so funny. We're gonna do that, right?
What a good boy.
That's cool. Where do you get yours from? Oh wow, they're 20 and 21 now. Nice.
Yeah, you're just a baby. You're just a baby.
You got them on eBay? I've seen them on Amazon. Let me see. I gotta look at these dairy cow ones. Dairy cow isopods. Oh, those are cool too. I'm getting dairy cows and other things. but I've got powder orange isopods. Those are cool. And then pokeberry. These are like, they look like silver, like bright silver with like these. Look at those. They're shiny. I don't see any dairy ones. Let's see. These are the ooh, powder orange. Wait. Yeah, powder orange. Powder, there's powder blue. Maybe I'll just type in isopods and not a specific one and see what all pops up. Isopods. There's the powder orange. Wow, they actually sell Repashy superfood just for isopods. Oh, there's a Dalmatian. Oh, he's cute. He's so cute. Looky. That's so cute. I never thought I'd say a bug is cute. So they have different levels of care, like some are more hardy and some are. It says Dalmatian, but maybe it's a dairy cow. Maybe they call it two different things. It says a minimum of 5 Dalmatians. We all love those spots. Dalmatians are a fun species of isopods to have in your farm or vivarium. Blah, 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 blah. They live, really, they live 3 to 5 years? That's crazy. They live longer than, it's a bug and it lives longer than a hamster half the time. Dalmatians get along well with other species of isopod. Let's see. Dwarf white. Oh my gosh, they have a stuffed plush isopod. You guys need to get yourself a big old plush isopod. That's so cool. I love it. More are hardy and some like more airflow or more moisture. Huh. See, I would never have known that. Oops. The new craze, just to have. That is so funny that there's plush. Oh, here's the blue. It's a blue merle. It says blue merle roly poly. Ooh. $10 and $10 for shipping. Let's see, minimum of 5. Ow! Don't, no. Live 3 to 4 years. So that's a pretty one. It's funny how just keeping bugs is like the thing. Ah, here's a cute little cartoony plush. That's so cool. A Yeti roly poly. Ow! Don't bite so hard. Not nice. We saw when we went to the Field Museum. Ow! There were these beetles. I can't remember what they were called, but they literally, to avoid being eaten, they will play dead. And at first I didn't read that, and I was like, there was a beetle like laying on his back. He was just laying on his back. I was like, they're pretty cool looking beetles though. He's just laying on his back, and I'm like, I think something's wrong with him. No, he was just playing dead. He felt like there was danger. I mean, people are all looking around at them and everything. The other ones didn't seem to care, but he was on it flat on his back, legs in the air, playing dead. And I had walked away and then went back probably 5-10 minutes later or whatever, and he was upright and moving around. So I guess he felt like the threat was gone. It was pretty funny. Now you need a plushie. Yeah. I never knew they had plush. Ooh. Oh, that's just a book, but they have different color patterns on the yellow polka dot bikini. Yellow polka dot bikini. So they're calling this yellow polka dot bikini. That is funny. Oh, they've got so many different plushes. Here's a white one. Let's see. Oh, it's expensive, but it's big. Let's see. This one's not as much. Ah, look at cute faces. Cute little plushies. Now I'm like I'm all into looking at this. Blue Merle, I already saw that one. I haven't seen one that they call, seriously, action figures. They're calling them action figures. There's only 3 colors and it's $43. Are they insane? They're action figures. Orange smoothie. Ooh, a Hippopolyus giant roly-poly. Is that like, is it real or is it fake? Oh, no, they are real. Let's see. This species do not curl into a ball when scared. They play dead. Females will typically give birth to 1 or 2 clutches of approximately 40 babies from early spring to mid-fall and maybe 1 clutch in the winter. They can grow to over 1 inch long and live 4 to 5 years. They become sexually mature and start producing babies around 9 months old. Yours will be approximately 6 to 8 months old when shipped. That's pretty cool. You can get large ones. It's not like a spectacular color. It's just going to be big. I've had your hamster for 2 years next month. That's cool. He's a senior. My poor little hamster is not even going to get to live that long because apparently hairless have shorter lifespans by like half. I'm like, well, that sucks. You pay more for them and they don't live as long. And I don't even know how old he is at this point. So if he dies out of nowhere, I'm not even going to know if it's from old age or sickness because they didn't provide a birth date for him. So I have no idea how old he is. I would assume he's young because we usually get animals at the store young. But there's the Dalmatian again. There's the polka dot bikini. That's cool that they're doing so well. What kind do you have? He's a hairless Syrian. And when he pouches his food, it looks weird. Like I did up a little video. I still have to post it, but the first time, I've never seen him pouch his food before when he was at work. I'd never seen him pouch his food. He apparently pouched his food here the other day. And when I went in to look at him, I started to panic because I paid $30 for him. I paid $30 for him, and he looked like he had this big old tumor on this. I'm like, first off, I was like, whoa, where'd that come from? Like, I just paid $30 for you. Now you're going to die. You've got some growth. And no, he was pouching his food because now he only had it on the one side. But this morning I recorded him and I put more food in his dish because it was empty. And he immediately came out of the corner and he went and he started pouching, and he had these big old sacks on the side, and he looks like he's got growths. This is a male teddy. So he's going to be a Syrian as well. The ones that they'll consider teddy bear hamsters are the ones that they're Syrians. And, you know, obviously I've seen regular hamsters pouch their food and they just look extra puffy, you know, with their hair and everything. And he just looks like he's ill, like he's got tumors, lumpy tumors. It's disgusting. Yeah, 2 to 3 years is lifespan of a hamster, but he'll be like half that. So it'll probably be like 1 year to 1 to 2 years, maybe. That's pretty cool. We've got some young little dwarf hamsters at work. They're super cute.
Hello. Ow! Don't grab little pieces of skin and bite. That's not nice.
I wish I had an idea of how old he was, like a few months, a couple months. I mean, I feel like he could possibly get bigger because he's a Syrian, but he's kind of small. So, I mean, he's bigger than a dwarf, but I don't know how much bigger he'll get because it's the first time. He's the first hairless hamster I've seen in person, so I'm not quite sure.
Be nice. Ah.
Yeah, poor thing. It's so hard because then you feel like you got to help them and you don't know how to help them. And like, do they have arthritic medication for hamsters? And their joints hurt. I mean, you can get joint stuff for supplements for dogs and cats, but can you get joint supplements for hamsters to help with their creaky joints?
Hello.
And then one of Ian's rats is gonna get close to her first birthday already. He got her at the end of May when she was 9 weeks old. So she's gonna be coming upon a first birthday here soonish. So's Riley, actually, both of his, because when he got Raina and then he wanted to get a second one friend for her. around the same age. So, all right, Dee, thanks for stopping in. It was good to see you. Have a good day. It says we got 4 people in here. One of them is me, but where are you going? We're going to the other side of me now? Hello? Hello? Have we pooped on me yet? Yes, we have. Let's see. At least it's not a lot. The new rat, I can show you. I brought home another one yesterday so that she has a snuggle buddy. I mean, she has the stuffed animal, but she really wasn't doing much with the stuffed animal, not really snuggling too much. But now the 2 little babies are snuggling. She's not a lot. The new one, the second one, is a little bit bigger than her, but just a little bit. Hey, babies, where are you at? Hey, phew, gonna sneeze. Hey, ew. Oh, baby. Where are you at? They know how to hide in this fleece. It's difficult to look for. Oh, I heard somebody. Hello. Where are you hiding? Oh, here's actually the one you just asked about. Here she is. Here she is. She's such a sweetheart. Did you just pooey on me? I felt something. She makes baby noises. Yeah. You're a cute baby. Did you just piddle on me? Oh no, you pooped. It was poop. It was poop. And the other one, I don't know if the other one will come out or not. Everybody's pooping on me, Remy. You, the new little baby. I'm gonna have to wash my hands. Where's the other one? I forget. That was Takeo. Ian named her. He also named the other one, and I can't remember what. Can't remember. There's you again. Where's your friend? Where's your friend hiding? I don't know. Where is she? Huh? Trying to look without spilling all the formula I have in here. Oh, there she is. There she is. Hi, baby. So here's the other one. Look at her baby face. Did I wake you up? Baby noises. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. I'm hoping that it'll continue. They'll plump up a little bit because they're a little bit skinny, and they're definitely teeny. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they're both cuties. Both little cuties. Hello, baby. Hello. Wanna go back with your friend?
She's eating some formula.
And then they got this little lamb chop stuffy. Oh, he's like, what is this? But yeah, hopefully, because I remember trying to rehabilitate tiny ones that were already pretty weak, but both of them have a lot of energy, so I'm hoping that we can get ahead of the curve and they do well. Just so young that they would most likely still be with their mother nursing if they weren't taken away from them for feeders. So, and it's hard to replace mom.
Right? Yes.
Whoa. So hopefully they'll do okay, because I've tried to supplement formula before, but a lot of the time before, when they were weaker and struggling, I had to syringe it. They're eating it on their own. Like, I mix it in a bowl and I put it in there, and they're eating it on their own. So that's good. Hopefully it'll be good enough to get them through.
Yes.
Because I don't really have I haven't had a lot of luck with bringing home the teeny, like, we've always brought home small ones, and then obviously they've grown, and they've been small, but they haven't been this small. And tiny ones that I've brought home in the past didn't make it. So I'm hoping that this will be, that's why I said in my video, the odds aren't in her favor. So we're kind of half expecting that she won't, but I'll be super excited if she does. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure that she does. But we'll have to see. But I also wanted to bring the second one home just so that she can maybe having a snuggle buddy and not being alone will be helpful too. So and she can't, I don't want to put either of them with the bigger rats yet, because when they play, they're a little rough, and I don't want them to be too rough. So yep, time will tell. That's all we can do, because I think the last tiny one I brought home, and she was really skinny, she lasted about a week. I brought her home and she was doing well in the time that we had her. She was plumping up a little bit, but she didn't make it. She had lasted a week. And we probably should have given her some formula. We didn't. She also was in with the bigger ones. So kind of like trial and error to see if we can get them to get past the first hurdle of survival.
Right?
How was your Christmas and New Year's, Crystal? Like I said in some videos, I was sick over New Year's. Luckily, because Christmas was fine, and then a few days after Christmas we went to Chicago, and then the day after we got back from Chicago I got sick. So I'm kind of glad that I wasn't sick while we were away, but she's doing good. The rabbit is doing good. I keep every now and then when I go in to feed her and everything, I'll pet her, like I'll go down her body just to make sure that she's not losing weight. If she's lost anything, it's not noticeable, because I noticed when Milo was getting sick, when I would pet him, he'd feel bonier, and I was like, oh, she's still nice and plump. You were sick for them both. There's a lot of stuff going around. A lot of stuff going around.
Isn't there? Lots of sicknesses.
But I'm kind of happy. At least my husband didn't catch it. I was like miserable for that week I was sick, and no one else has caught it at this point in the house. So that's good. And every now and then I still have a cough. I still sniffle on occasion, but I feel fine. Yeah, New Year's Eve kind of sucked between not feeling well and Bumble passing away. It was tough. Your whole house has been sick. So far, I've been the only one. I think Ian had a cold not long before me, but since I only really had him here on the weekends, I didn't really know he had a cold. But now he's here all the time. So
What are we doing?
I hear because he's right in my ear. He's looking for a job around here. He really loves his Taco Bell job, but it's a long drive every day to bring him every morning. I mean, he had his Christmas party last night, so he stayed at his cousin's house overnight, and then his dad will be bringing him back here after he gets off work. So at least since he stayed at his cousin's overnight, I didn't have to drive him to work this morning. But also, although the nice thing is when I do drive them to work, they give me free food because they're appreciative of me driving 45 minutes every morning to bring him. So they give me a free breakfast. But it was nice to not have to do that this morning anyway. But he's been looking for a job around here. He actually applied in the mall. One of his favorite stores is Think Geek, and he applied there. So I think he'd enjoy that too. He would rather do that than fast food around here because we're a bigger city than where he was before. So I think he'd prefer to do the mall job at Think Geek. So fingers crossed that they give him a call. And the mall is about 2 miles away from the house, so he can get there himself. He can take the bus if he wants. He can ride a bike. He can walk. It takes about 40 minutes. If you walk fairly briskly, average time to walk a mile is about 20 minutes. So he can get there in about 40 minutes if he, doesn't slow down. He tested it out last week. He was like, I'm gonna walk to the mall and see how long it takes. So he goes, and then when he gets there, he's like, what time did I leave? And I'm like, what's the point of trying to time how long it's taken you if you didn't make note of when you left? I'm like, I don't know when you left. Oh, you pooped on the front of the couch too. All right, Crystal. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping in here. I'm trying to clean up some. I'll have to wet the couch because the bird poop dried. It was good talking to you. Have a good day. Who else is here still? Who else is here? I'll probably get ready to wrap it up. I thought I was only going to be here for about an hour, and it's been an hour and 45 minutes. And then I'll have to fix my earring. Yes, I'll have to fix it. I'll have to glue my pearl back on. Should at least try and stretch it out to the 2 hours, 15 more minutes. Stretch it, stretch it. Trevor, hello, how are you? I do. He's been on my shoulder for most of the stream, actually. He pooped on me once. Once, about right here. I gotta get some wet cloth and get the rest of it off. Right? Because you pooped. You pooped on me. Yeah. How are you doing, stranger? I went live last week once, for maybe about an hour. I can't remember how long it was. Yeah, once last week, but Average Girl said she didn't get the notification for that one either. She did pop in here earlier today. Yeah, bird poop. But Down the Wormhole gave me the idea. Was it down? No, it wasn't. Was it Down the Wormhole or was it Aquatic Nest? Told me to just get like a little towel, and when I'm gonna have him out, like drape it around. Are you trying to grab me? Drape it around my shoulders so that there's a place for him to poop that's not on my shirt. Petsotics, hello, how are you? About an hour and 48 minutes right now. Did you just happen to see me then? You didn't get the notification for this one? I'll have to look at your your website again, Petsotics. Do you have bird things? I can't remember. Ah, gotcha. Huh. Average Girl said that she was gonna after my last one, she actually told me, she warned me that she was gonna unsubscribe and resubscribe to see if that would help. And she did pop in when I did go live, so it might have worked. Ooh, a few bird things I'll have to check out. Let me see. Shop here. He loves his, I got these on Amazon, but these plastic chains. It was, I can't remember, it wasn't very expensive, but got like 400 links. He's got a bunch of them already linked and like draped throughout the cage, and he loves that. And then I've got some here that I put together so that I could kind of play with him while he's on my shoulder. Yeah. And then I've still got all of these. Lots of links. He likes them though, and they don't make a ton of noise. He's got a couple of toys in his cage that have bells. But when he rattles the chains, they don't make a ton of noise, so that's always good. I was never really a bird person. I mean, I fell in love with him when he was at work, and he was in ISO for a while because he'd plucked his feathers really bad. And so I got to spend a lot of time with him when he was pulled off the floor. And then after that, it was like my mission to get him. And he's sweet. He's temperamental. I mean, if I like put my finger right in front of his face, he'll bite me. But he's really gentle with my face. Go figure. But we're still working on the bonding thing. Since I've only had him since right before New Year's. So
We're still working on it. Yeah.
Yeah, Bumble. I don't plan on getting another one anytime soon. I've got this nice big cage now, but I could sell it. I mean, a retail price was $110 for the cage. And I could sell it for 50 and only take a small loss because since I bought it with a Black Friday sale, I saved probably $40. So I actually haven't seen Barry for a little while. Ian is doing all right. He's been a little sad the last week or so because his girlfriend dumped him. And he put his all into that relationship. It was a long distance relationship. She's the one that lives an hour and a half away. And I think the distance had something to do with that. But he put his all into that and tried to, accommodate her and, and stuff. And she just didn't appreciate it, I guess. So right after spending a few $100s on her for Christmas. And he didn't really get anything from her. He got some candy. But she got a nice expensive gift and then she dumped him. But he's doing all right. He's not being petty. He doesn't care about the money that he spent or anything like that. He's just like, whatever. He's being a big person about it. So, yep. And then we were driving because she never had any of her family drive her here. It was always us. Like even when she spent Thanksgiving with him with his dad's family, and they picked her up and brought her back for Thanksgiving dinner and all of that, and then we drove her back. So her family had nothing to do with how often they got to see each other. It was always us. So yeah, all the driving that we put in so that they can spend time together. And yeah. And he was going to try and rearrange some of his schedule so that he could spend more time with her, either getting to go out there or spending more time with her on the phone. They were always on the phone. But I guess she was feeling lonely, and I was like, maybe she was just too high maintenance. I don't know. But yeah, he's young. I got a knot in my hair. Did you put a knot in my hair? Yeah, he'll be 18 in July. So, I mean, yeah, he is young. But it's always tough. They dated for about 6 months and he put his all into it. So, it was a bit of a blow for him. He'll spend a lot on girls. Yep. Yep, I'm still here. He did poop on me, Vanessa, right there. I got the majority of it off. Just the remnants now is I gotta wet a cloth or something and take it off. But yeah, I was like, she broke up with you? It's like, yeah. She told him she just didn't feel the same anymore. So I was like, how can you not love my kid? I mean, he was so sweet to her. Yeah, dating local. Yep. He'll have to find. He's not super social though. He's an introvert, so you know, it's a little more awkward for him, I think, to meet people and that. But plus, he's homeschooled, so he doesn't get to really meet anybody. He doesn't get to meet anybody at school because he does all his schooling at home. So it's a little tougher. It's helpful that he's in the working world now, but it's a little tougher for him to find people local because he's not a social butterfly and doesn't go to public school. So yes, I need a towel.
I need a towel so you don't poop on me. Yeah.
Oh, you'll be putting more small animal and bird products like, oh, cool. I'll have to look because now I've got my hairless hamster too. Bird toys. I've spent money on bird toys recently and hamster toys. Yes. Yes. Let's see. I wanted to look at the, hey, when I look at shop here, it's just a blank. Oh no, now I see it. Okay. Let's see. Bird cages and cage accessories. That's what we want to look at. Oh, a digital thermometer. The lamp would be cool because his cage is in the corner next to our biggest fish tank, and it's kind of a dark corner, isn't it? Kind of a dark corner. So in the evening, even if we've got a light on over here, like the light on over here, it doesn't throw a lot of light that way. And usually since it gets dark so early anymore, kind of early in the evening, he starts settling down to go to sleep. That's an expensive lamp though. I didn't kidnap him. His retail price for him was $700 and corporate let me have him for $475. So he was still expensive, but I got a chunk off. I'm doing online dating and I found someone I like. Oh, I don't like to date local either. They know me too. See, I wasn't trying to online date. I met my ex-husband online. And our whole relationship was long distance, and obviously we're not together anymore. When I looked back, I was like, if you break down our face-to-face, we really weren't together very long. We talked all the time, and you feel like you get to really know somebody, but we weren't face-to-face very much. Usually, a couple of times a year for like a weekend or, whatever, because we were so far, like 800 miles apart. So when I broke it down to face-to-face, it really wasn't very much. And it's really easy to pretend to be someone you're not when you're not always face-to-face. I mean, when you're always face-to-face, eventually, the kind of person you are is going to show. But I think it's easier to hide online. And I feel like that's what he did. But I did also meet my current husband online, but I told him right from the get-go that when he was showing interest, I was like, it's a lot to ask of somebody, but especially if you don't know the relationship is going to work out. But I was like, I'm not pursuing anything with you if you are still long distance. I want a normal dating relationship, locally, where, we're not just always talking on the phone or online or, whatever. And he picked up and moved here. So I was like, wow. Because I was like, I'm not going to do the moving. I already did that. I picked up, I moved here, and now I'm kind of stuck here because, I don't want to take my son away from his dad. So I can't go back home. So I was like, I already picked up and uprooted myself once. So I was like, if you really want this, you got to move. And I was like, that's a lot to ask, but he did it. Housework done, clothes in the dryer. So with my downtime, I better get to the feed store. My dog is low on her food. All right, have a good day, Vanessa. We actually bought dog food this weekend. We needed some dog food. Yes. And yes, he actually wants to talk to his boss about a pay raise because he didn't get a pay raise, but he's kind of getting a little annoyed about the fact that his slow season basically is only like 2 weeks. And when you break it down or whatever, his slow season used to be a couple of months or whatever, but now it's like 2 weeks. And now like he's constantly gone again during the week. He's not out of town right now, but he'll leave on Wednesday. And then for the rest of the week, last week he was gone from Sunday to Friday. He got back Friday. And he'll leave again Wednesday, and it's going to be an all the time thing again because he's back into his busy season. And to not be home all the time, they really need to pay him more. Oh, that's so cool, Petsotics. Yes, I miss home. I do. I do miss my home. I actually would really love to move to where my grandmother is, which is only about 8 hours from here, as opposed to 14 to 16 hour drive from here to where my parents are, where I grew up. It's an 8 hour drive from here to where my grandmother lives in Canada. And she's already 93 years old, and she still lives at home in her house, and she's been in that house since I was a kid. I love her house, and I would really, really love to inherit it, so that we can move. My son will be not a minor anymore. He can come with us if he wants to or whatever, and to have her house. Now, it would be an expensive house, but she's been in it for so long that it's paid off. So I think the family plans on selling it when she passes away, but I would really love to be able to have her house. I love her house. I've always loved her house. And I would love to be able to move into it. Hey, Barry, how are you doing? And it doesn't look like a big house from the outside. It looks like a small house, but it actually is bigger than the house I'm in now. It's just that she's got 2 levels of basement. Like, you walk in to the house and you're in the living room, and then she's got a kitchen and a dining room off the living room. And then there's like 3 or 4 stairs to the second floor. It's like a story and a half, kind of. And there's 3 bedrooms on that little level with a full bath. And then you go down into the basement, and it's her rec room, and she's got another bedroom down there and a half bath, and then a back door that you could go out into the backyard from the basement. There's the door, and then there's like a concrete area, and you go in, and there's a drainage there, obviously, because you don't want it to build up with water. But then you go up the stairs to go out into the backyard, which is really cool. And then there's still about 4 steps down from the rec room into more of a basement, where she's got some rooms down there that they're mainly for storage. She's got her washer and dryer down. It's a big house for what it looks like from the road. I love her house. Yes, the weekend went by fast. It did. You miss being able to speak your native tongue and eating weird Canadian. We don't have weird Canadian cuisine besides poutine. I like poutine. And I probably would start sounding more Canadian again. Mrs. Green Thumb, I had seen that you were live, and I was like, when I get off of here, I'll go join you. But you're done. Don't freak out. Don't freak out about what? Well, cool. Look to my right. Are you talking about my left because I got a bird on my shoulder? He's on my left shoulder. The camera's inverting everything. Yep.
You say hello? Say hello.
Yes, I have to get some pictures of my pets. I got so many. Half of your stream is going to be all my pets going by on the screen. Yes, it's going to take me a while.
It is. Is it going to take me a while to get pictures?
Which new mouse? I brought in a new rat the other day. She's the size of a large mouse, an adult mouse. Because she's like itty bitty tiny. So I bought some formula, and I did bring another rat home close to her size yesterday so she can have a snuggle buddy. You think they will let you haul the stepdaughter, your two sons, Ian and Barry, all your pets into Canada? The only issue we'd have is with Brinley, because her breed is banned. They banned pit bulls, but she's American Bulldog / Staffordshire Terrier, and Staffordshire Terrier kind of falls into that too in Ontario. So we wouldn't be able to bring her. So it would probably still, we'd either have to rehome her or we would just not get to go. But everybody else wouldn't be a problem. I already looked up because Quakers are banned in some states and, whatever. And I looked up, and I don't see any restrictions for having him over there. And the rats probably wouldn't be. I mean, we brought the rats to visit my family last summer, and they let us take them, but they said next time don't, because they actually do have a wild rat problem, and I think they're concerned about pet rats escaping and then becoming a problem. But I think if we were to move, it would be, because people have pet rats there too. So yes, I think St. Thomas is in Ontario. Did you see my stuffed pepper vid? No, I didn't. I'll have to look. His name is Remy. Hi. Yeah. I had to take off my earrings earlier. I was wearing pearl earrings. I made them myself. They're real pearls. I pulled them right out of oysters. And I made my earrings, and I was wearing them originally, and he pulled the pearl right off my setting. So I got to fix it. And it took me probably a good 5 minutes to get the pearl back. He was like nibbling on it. And my concern was that he was going to swallow it. But he can bite pretty hard. Yeah. I actually have, my knuckle here is healing. He bit me a couple of weeks ago and he broke the skin, and it hurts. He's very gentle. If I put my hand in front of his face right now, he will bite my finger and it'll hurt. But he's very gentle with my face. I don't know. But he's still getting, I mean, he's a baby still. So he's still learning manners.
Aren't you? You're still learning manners? Yeah. You say hello? Say hello. Hello. What you doing?
Have you ever heard of Inwood outside of? I haven't. One Pug Life is a YouTuber I watch who lives in Inwood. I haven't heard of Inwood. I've heard of St. Thomas only because I had an ex-boyfriend when I was a teenager who used to live there. That's the only reason why I can even that it sounds familiar to me. My parents live in Thunder Bay, Ontario, which is further north, and then my grandmother and my aunts and uncles and my cousins live in Hamilton, Ontario. Which is, I want my grandmother's house. She's 93 now. She's been in that, like I said, been in that house since I was a kid. That house is paid off. It's going to be an expensive house if it was put on the market. It would be an expensive house. But it's paid off because she's been there since I was a little kid. So I really, I think the family, like I said, plans on selling it when she passes, but I would really, really love to be able to move into her house. He can't, well, he's learning. He barks like a dog because he's heard dogs barking so much. Yes. And he says, step up. Like we do, step up, step up. But he hasn't, I've heard him saying some things, but I can't make out what they're saying. I think he's practicing because they do say, when you're not around them, they'll practice what they've heard. So I've heard him saying some things that sound like words, but I'm not quite sure what they are yet. But I'm always saying, what a good boy. What a good boy. Because I've seen a Quaker on YouTube where she did a video of him counting to 10, and he really isn't counting. He thinks he's counting. So he'll answer every time she says 1 and he makes a noise, 2 and he makes a noise, and he gets to 10 and then he gets super excited and says, what a good boy. And she said he's so proud of himself that he counted to 10, but he's not really doing it. I want to, Mrs. Green Thumb, but for right now I can't. My son is still a minor. I mean, he has the ability to choose until he's 18 if he wants to be Canadian or American. But I think he can get his Canadian citizenship and be dual. But he has to make that decision before he's 18, without immigrating. But I don't know if he really wants to take that step. I think it kind of scares him. I don't know why. He's shy. He's an introvert, and I think it just scares him. But my husband would have to immigrate. He'd have to find a good job, all of that good stuff, because he's an American, born American. I'm an American citizen now, but I still have my Canadian citizenship, so I could go back. But I've been to Detroit. I actually had to go to Detroit one year to renew my passport. But when I was still a Canadian, I couldn't do it local. I had to drive to Detroit to the consulate to do it. I think there was a consulate there. There was some sort of office there where I could get my Canadian passport. I also flew out of Detroit once when I went to Texas. I went to Texas for a convention or whatever, a pet convention type thing. And it was cheaper to fly out of Detroit than it was to fly out of where I'm at. So. Is Remy one of those breeds of birds who live into the end of time? Yeah. He can live. I've seen reports of Quakers living 30 years. I've seen the lifespan say 15 to 25, 15 to 30, 15 to 20. So I'll be old. If he lives out his whole life, I'll be old. And I told my son, be ready to inherit him. I mean, in 30 years, I'll be 70, so I might not have to. He may die before I have to pass him down to anybody. I'll be old.
Right.
They will treat your husband different because he does not have the Canadian blood flowing through his veins. Well, they'll just have to get used to it, because I feel like in some ways I can get treated different while I'm here because I'm Canadian, and it's more of a democratic type, universal health care, and they don't like that here. But I miss universal health care. I do. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect system, but it's better than worrying about how you're going to pay for something that's expensive when you're sick. People are thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in debt from treatments for cancer or other things. Whereas any of my family members that had cancer in Canada, they didn't have to pay a cent. It comes out in your taxes. And I'd rather do it that way than worrying about how I'm going to pay for something when I'm deathly ill, But that's just me. No more politics. That's just me. I'm biased because I'm from Canada originally.
What you doing?
And he actually would prefer, even though he was born in the US, he would love to move to Canada because he says he's sick of it here. The way the country's going, he's like, I'm sick of it. I want to move to Canada. Yes. Yeah, I feel like Canadians are very, my parents are always like, those Americans. I'm like, watch it now. I'm one of those. But how many relatives are you up against for inheriting your Canadian grandma? Nobody, because I think they're going to sell it. I think that the family's plan is to sell her home when she passes. So nobody's going to inherit it. And I feel kind of awkward saying, hey, can I have the house for nothing? Like, let me just have it and I'll take over the property taxes and all of that. There wouldn't be a house payment because it's paid off. But I don't know. They probably just want to have the money from the house, which I want to keep the house in the family. She's lived there for as long as I can remember. No, we don't have to play dirty. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
But I'm really hoping that we can get the house. I would love to get the house. It would probably be, I think the last time my mom said how much the house would be worth, and it was a bunch of years ago already, but it would have been like $250,000 home, which we can't afford. So the only way I can get that house is if they just let me have it after she passes. But hopefully she won't pass for a while. But I mean, she's already 93. It's just really cool that she still lives at home, because my other grandmother she passed away when she last year at 94, and she was in a nursing home for a few years already. How's the mouse feeding business? Are you rich? No, I'm not rich yet. And really, I've only been selling a mouse every couple of weeks, maybe, to a friend of mine. So still rolling and nice. I've actually played around with the idea of not doing it anymore and just selling out what I've got. But then I feel bad because my friend would prefer to get them from me than anywhere else. At least for my grandmothers, yeah. My grandfathers died when my dad's father died when I was pregnant with my son, so about 18 years ago. My mom's dad passed away even before that, a few months after I got married to my son's dad. So they died a lot younger. My dad's dad had Parkinson's, and my mom's dad had esophageal cancer. Otherwise, they probably would have still been around. But yeah, both my grandmothers were great. Like, both of them were very active. My grandmother that passed away last year had been trekking in Nepal in her 70s. And stuff, and we always went camping and hiking, and so she was very active in that way, which was, I think, very helpful. She ended up going into the nursing home because she had I can't remember, not Alzheimer's, but why can't I think of the word? Just very forgetful, like forgetting things. I'm gonna be like embarrassed when I think of the word. Yes, dementia. She had dementia really bad. So she had to be in the nursing home. But my other grandmother, she does a lot of word puzzles, and so her mind is still really sharp. She loves gardening, Mrs. Green Thumb. She loves gardening. She always had, and even her mother. Her mom passed away when she was 92, and she had a gorgeous garden in her backyard. She had some fountains back there. Gorgeous, gorgeous garden. And as she got older, family was helping her maintain it and everything. They sold that house. She had a really big house too. They sold her house. She actually used to rent out the basement and stuff. Have a good day. But yeah, my grandmother still loves to garden and stuff, and she'll still have a little bit of one, but she needs help with it a little bit more. But she loves gardening. Whenever I talk to her on the phone, she's always talking about her flowers. And how's Persimmon? He's doing good. He's buried himself. He popped out a little bit overnight because I threw some crickets in there last night. But they're not all eaten because I heard a cricket chirping earlier this morning. So he hasn't eaten them all yet, but I noticed he was completely buried last night, and this morning I could see a little bit of him because he came out so he could eat. All right, Trevor. It was good to see ya. I'm going to try and do this a little bit more often. Not every day, but I want to at least go live a couple of times a week just so that I'm not a stranger. I don't know if Barry's still here. Still here. Barry, are you still here? I can't even look to see really how many people are watching because of the crack on the side of the laptop. It's covering up the words. Hello. I'll probably, it's so funny. I was like, I want to at least go live for an hour. And then I was like, oh, we're so close to 2 hours. I want to at least hit the 2 hours. And now it's almost 2.5. Because when I was getting ready to wrap things up, people came in. Oh, Barry's still here. Yay. Yeah, I was dealing with some depression, and when I don't feel real talkative and I don't feel like I could really carry on a conversation, it's like, what am I going to do? Just go live and like stare at you guys? You guys are just going to be staring at me, staring at you. Like, I didn't really see the point in it. So I just didn't. And I'm still off and on dealing with my depression, but I was like, I can come on, at least have something else to focus on other than me. Like Remy's here, and it's a, what kind of noises are you making? So it helps kind of fill in the lull of no conversation. I just came back, only got like 5 minutes. Okay. I don't know. Have I ever said yay that you were here? I don't know. Em was here a little bit earlier, or closer to the beginning of the stream. Em was here. My Canadian Indiana. Yeah, she said that a few days ago she unsubbed and resubbed so that she could try and get the notifications because she wasn't getting notifications. But she did. I think it worked because she came in pretty soon after I started the live. What's he doing? Got to teach him some, kind of like teaching a kid how to talk. I was like, what does a pig say? What does a pig? Because I've seen another Quaker, she'll be like, let's do animal sounds. And she's like, what does a pig say? And he goes, a pig, a pig. What does a pig say? She goes, yeah, what does a pig say? And eventually, after so long of going, a pig, he goes, oink, oink. I want to teach him some stuff. See you, Trevor. Have a good day. No, we're not going to teach him how to swear. I told my husband even he has to watch his language in the house, because when my husband is angry, his language isn't always clean. So he'll probably pick something up accidentally anyway. But I was like, we are not purposely teaching him how to swear. Right? No swearing. No swearing. Nope. What do you mean? Have you pooped on me? Yeah, look, you pooped on me again. I'm going to have to change this shirt after this live. I'm going to have to change my shirt. But he's also been on my shoulder for the majority of the live, so it's not bad that he's only pooped on me twice. It was pretty good. You didn't talk. It was short and you didn't talk, but it was a start. Right? It was a start. It was a start. Why am I blurry? There we go. Here's your chains. Okay. Here. Why are we making funny noises? Yeah. I didn't even know I didn't know if it was like computer screen to like that you had a camera focused on the screen until you like waved. I thought it was like, the way other people game. So it wasn't bad. Got to engage your people, Barry. Meh. I was holding the phone. Gotcha. Well, hey, it worked. Meh.
What was that?
Meh, meh. Meh, meh. Meh, meh. Meh, meh, meh. Meh. I hope I don't have bird poop in my hair. Doesn't feel like I do. I do. I just washed my hair and I got bird poop in my hair. Remy. Blech. Bird poop in my hair. I'll have to brush it out.
Terrible.
Barry.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Oh, don't eat your poop. Yuck. I'll clean it. You don't need to clean it up.
You are evil.
Yes. Should I put you back? You want to go back in your cage?
Have you? Well, that's cool. I try and put those out every morning.
Every morning.
It's good to start the day off like that.
Right? Yes.
Sometimes they're hard to understand. But sometimes I think about doing like extension videos off of them, like exploring them more in depth so that they're, because sometimes they are hard to understand. Why do you talk bad about them? Yes, my husband doesn't believe in God anymore, so that's something that I got to deal with, because we have different views on that now. What you been up to while you were gone? Just working and taking care of all the animals at home and that kind of thing.
Lots to take care of. Yes. Lots to take care of.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do miss Bumble. It took me a week to even clean out his cage and put it away. It also didn't help that I was sick when he passed away. But what's for dinner tonight? I don't know. I might have, my husband had Frito chili pie last night. I wasn't home. I had a sub. I had a Subway sub when I wasn't home, and he had Frito chili pie, and there's still more, and I might have that tonight. He can have something else. What's for dinner for you? I think this poop is dry in my hair. I could probably brush it out already.
Can't believe you pooped in my hair.
Oh, nope, it's not dry yet. I'll probably just wash it out. I'll like dangle my hair in the sink and wash it out. 9 Subway subs and a bowl of chili. All right, Barry. Learn stuff at school. Meatballs and cabbage yesterday. Ooh. See you later. I got to get some things done too. I got to put you back and wash my hair out. Oh, one more thing.
Where are you going? Back and forth. Back and forth. Don't eat the poop off of my shirt. I won't let you kiss me. No, you can't kiss me if you're going to eat your poop. Bleh.
Lisa! Bye, Barry.
Lisa's here. Say yay. That wasn't yay. That was just a noise. Say yay. 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 Bella, what are you barking for? Bella?
How you doing, Lisa? How many dogs you got today? I have to clean bird poop out of my hair. He pooped in my hair. Oh, he pooped on my shoulder, but it got in my hair. And I just washed it. 4 dogs?
Yes.
I got remnants of poop on that shoulder. I got poop on that shoulder. And I think it was when my hair was on that side that he pooped. It got poop in my hair. So I'm going to have to wash that out. Where did it go? There's poop. There's poop in my hair. I can't find it, but I'm going to have to rinse it out. Oh. Right there. Poop in my hair.
Yes. Poop in my hair.
But Vanessa told me I need to, when I go to get him out to do stuff like this, because he's been out with me for the majority of this live, but that I should drape a towel on me first, right? But it still doesn't mean that, I mean, I'm probably still going to get poop in my hair.
Right?
Meh. Meh. Meh.
What was that?
Meh. Meh. He is. He's doing good. He's still temperamental a little bit. If I put my fingers in front of his face, he will bite me. But he's gentle with my face. He's weird. Yeah, I'd rather have bird poo in my hair than dog poo. Bird poo doesn't stink. Not the same, anyway.
What? He's a good boy. Yeah? He's a good boy. Are you a good boy? What a good boy. Yeah. What a good boy.
I don't know if you can hear him. Can you hear him when he does that? He does nibble on my lips. Don't get, you slipped. Don't yell at me. That's his mad noise.
Don't yell at me when you do that. You slipped. I didn't push you.
Yeah. But he does, he nibbles on my ear, he nibbles on my lips and my nose, my cheek, but it never hurts. I mean, sometimes on my ear he'll get carried away. But otherwise it doesn't hurt. It tickles.
You do kisses. You do kisses.
Oh no. He hasn't really tried to attack anybody. I mean, he's training me. Are you training me or am I training you? Meh. Oh, cool. I'll put that in my description. Thank you, Petsotics. He's played with it. He doesn't really pull it, but he has played with it. He's picked it up and nibbled on it. Oh, so he just picked it up there. Just picked it up for a second. Bingo. No? No, you're preening? Remy. His name is Remy. Remy. Oh, he's busy. Oh, cool. Thank you, Petsotics. Remy with an I. I've been spelling it Remy with an I. Everybody, I've seen people spell it all sorts of different ways, and I really don't care. He's not going to care either.
Right? You don't care. You don't care how it's spelled, right? Yeah.
You should see when I put a video on of a Quaker that looks like him, and he can hear bird sounds in the back. He gets super excited. Let's see.
Do you want to hear the birdies? Yeah? You like that? That's your birdie friend? That's your birdie friend. Yeah. That's your friend? That's your friend? Hello.
He loves it.
You love watching a birdie. You love seeing him, huh? Is that your friend? Is that your friend? Yeah. That's your friend? Don't eat my phone. Say hello, birdie. Hello, birdie. Don't eat my phone. You can't eat my phone. No. Don't eat it. No. Can't eat it. Yeah.
Yeah, he bobs his head when he's excited.
Yeah, you do. Oh, you stood up all straight. Yeah. Yeah.
His tongue keeps touching the screen because he keeps the pause button keeps popping up.
Oh my goodness, is that your friend? Is that your friend?
Oh, he minimized it.
Here we go. Your friend went away. Your friend went away. Oh. Oh my goodness. Is that your friend? You like that, huh? Don't take my phone. You just minimized it again. Here you go. Bella, don't eat my phone.
He loves to look at birds on the phone and respond to their chirping.
Don't you? You do. You do. Yes. You get so happy. You get so happy. Yes. Yes. The first bird with technology? Probably not. Yeah. Are you cleaning out my pores?
Hey, Crafting with Kristen, how are you doing? He's just looking at another bird in the phone and getting really excited about it.
Yes. Is that your friend? That's your friend. Is that your friend? It is.
He was doing the top of my nose, Lisa. He likes to clean out my ears though. He always sticks his beak in my ear and I can hear, all I hear usually is when he's in my ear.
Don't chew on my phone. Don't chew on my phone. No. Yeah.
I knew you were joking. How are you doing, Kristen?
Yes. How are you? Are you happy? Are you happy?
You doing okay? That's good.
Such a wonderful bird. All right. Did you like that? Did you like that? Huh?
Yeah, I hear that. I still got personality. I've still got a bit of a sniffle and a cough, but at least I feel better. The week that I was like really like sick, I was like, oh my gosh, I felt like death. But I feel better at least, and then I just got to deal with the remnants of the cough and the sniffle. Hope you feel better soon.
Hey.
It's so funny how I've been almost 3 hours live now, and originally I thought I was only going to go an hour, and then I was like so close to 2, and I was like, I just want to get to 2 hours, and then someone new comes in, and now it's almost 3 hours. Look at that. Which one? I don't see one that I got to remove. It's all good.
What you doing? Huh?
Yeah, I don't see anything that needs to be taken off. I'm not real super picky.
Hey, I'm not super picky. Don't watch my eye. What was that? Meh. 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 Can you guys hear that? What he's doing? He's just like meh. Meh. Did you hear something? Meh. Meh. He's just a very little quiet. Meh. Meh. What? Why do you do that? Are you getting mad I'm mocking you? Me. 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 Oh. You are a character. You are. Oh, goodness. Yes, thank you. I'm just a goofy one. Your dog copycats you? That's funny. He just copycats. He copycats dogs. He'll bark. Won't you? You bark. You're like, woof, 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 woof. Woof, 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 woof. Woof, 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 woof. You're gonna nibble on my face? You're gonna nibble on my face? Me. 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 Oh, we're gonna go to the other shoulder? No, or we're not. You can't make up your mind? Okay then. Okay then. I'm gonna have to change my shirt after this video, after this live. You poopied on me. You did. You did. You pooped on me. And I gotta wash poop out of my hair. My clean hair that I washed this morning that now has birdie poo. It does. Oh, thank you. Is that an apology for pooping in my hair? Off to the park. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing Sweet Remy with us. I had fun poopy poopy passion. Next month I have to get another laptop charger because this laptop charger is. Ooh, yeah. Have a good day, Lisa. Thanks for stopping in. It was good to see you. Yeah, I hate when wires. Wait, what are you eating? What are you eating? That's a feather. That's a feather. Oh, there's a chain on you. Now there's not. Yep, I've had that problem with chargers for phones, chargers for laptops where the wires get exposed and then that doesn't want to work properly. And yeah. And chargers, like getting a new charger cord for a power supply for a laptop is not cheap all the time. I think the last time I had to get one, it was like $80. And that sucks. It does.
Yeah, they're not very cheap, and that's the sad part. And they're not even interchangeable. Like we've got like 3 laptops in the house, and every one of them has a different connector. Like they're not interchangeable, and it would be really nice if you could just take one from another one and put it in, and nope, can't. Oh, well, that's stinky. But I guess, I mean, if it's yours, it's, I guess, part of, yeah, having to maintain your own stuff, which can suck, right? You got little tiny fluffies floating around, little fluffy feathers floating. Meh. 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 Yeah, so then, yeah, it makes sense. Where you going? Other shoulder? Peekaboo. Other shoulder. But yeah. Oh, my phone is ringing and I don't know who it is. Oh, we're going back to the other shoulder again? You can't decide? Don't poop in the rest of my hair, okay? I already got to wash poop out. Well, I think I got to change my shirt. But I think I am going to go ahead and wrap things up because I have been on just a couple minutes shy of 3 hours. And I didn't even think I was going to be on that near that long, but it's been fun. So I am going to call it done. I was going to say call it a day, but it's only 1:30. Call it done, and I will see you guys later. Bye. I'm just gonna do this, and then I got to get to my other laptop to shut down. So have a good day, everybody. Oh, you get mad because I moved? Bye, guys. My laptop died that I had it streaming from, so I can't log off yet. Ha! So I could talk to you for a second. I'm gonna plug this back in so I can end the stream. Delayed log off because my laptop died. Isn't that crazy, Remy? My laptop died. Can you hear that? That's why I don't use this laptop. Like I'll go on my own panel because that's my laptop. It's crazy. Crazy loud. Come on. Use my husband's laptop to log in. Let's see. Maybe I could do it that way. I remember my login information for StreamYard. Ah. Let's see if I can remember. Really? We got login codes? That's silly. All I want to do is end the stream. Check my email. All right. Here we go. Okay, I can log out now. All right. Bye, guys. I think I can log out. Can I log out? It says I'm live. I need to be unlive. Unlive. Maybe I can't. Gee willikers. I just want to log off. Why can't I from here? Gee whiz. They make it so complicated, Remy. They do. The laptop I started the stream from is booting up. I just want to end the stream, people. Why is it gotta be complicated? Why is it gotta be complicated, Remy? Huh? Next time I'll have to make sure that, because I guess since I had my laptop unplugged, I didn't think that it was gonna die because I didn't think I was gonna be on this long. So I was on too long and then it died. So in the future, don't unplug it, right? Oh, come on. It takes forever to load up too. Boot up, I mean. Okay. Excuse me. I wasn't prepared for this. I thought I could just leave. Come on. Open. Open. Sesame. Well, I'm at least going to put Remy back. Take my phone with me and put Remy back. Oh, I might have to change my pants too. I think you got poop on my pants. My goodness. Okay. There you go. There you go. All right. I'm just gonna have to change my whole outfit. That's what happens when you have him sitting on you for 3 hours. He poops on you. All right. Oops. I think I'm almost there. Restore, yes. Gotta restore my browser so that I can end the stream. Never thought it was so difficult to end a stream before. Good gravy. Come on. Come on. All right, let's see what I can do here. Oh, that's why I couldn't do it on my other laptop, because it won't let you log into StreamYard without camera access, and my webcam on that laptop doesn't work. That's the problem with that. So, okay, now I can do this. All right, guys, now I can say bye. Bye.